Hi everybody, welcome back, or welcome if it's your first time here to Jimmy's Neighborhood Bees. I'm Jimmy, keeping bees in a regular suburban neighborhood, Chesterfield County, Virginia, which is the central part of the state, right off of I-95, 6-8 miles away. Anyway, I'm gonna read today's fortune, and from Fortune Cookie Wisdom, Words to Live By, and then I'm gonna tell you what today's video is about. Okay, your mind is original, creative, and alert. Okay, original, creative, and alert. I like that, because I like to be creative. Anyway, you might hear a little humming in the background, little background noise. It's hot outside. It's supposed to be 100 degrees Fahrenheit. I'll put Celsius right here in a minute, or it'll be right here. So I got my #1 fan with me over here, but I got a modification to that fan. Let me show you. You might see a black ring with the misters around the fan. So it's blowing so with the fan operating, it's blowing a mist of cool water, and it kind of cools down this area where I'm standing right now. It probably decreased the temperature by 10 degrees. So anytime I'm outside doing work or whatever, I'll have that fan. It's hooked up to a garden hose and of course electrical power separated. But the fan just blows the mist, and the mist just covers a wider area, keeps it nice and cool. So I'm being cautious. I'm wearing my Best Pops Ever shirt, got from the grandkids and son-in-law, daughter. And it goes with the matching cup, Best Pops Ever. So two things must be true. Anyway, I'm staying hydrated, I'm staying cool, I'm taking precautions. You should do that too if you're working in your bee yard and it's hot. So anyway, today I'm gonna try to modify. I was thinking, if I could restart the farmhouse hive with just 2 deep frames and a brought in mated queen, I could do the same for a nuc box, and try to get this nuc box as a resource hive to overwinter, and use this as a resource hive with my XL frames. So what I'm going to do is prepare the box first by trying to go from 1 hive gate to 2 hive gates on the entrance of the box. And I got 5 frames here, but I'm gonna probably take 2 frames out of my yellow hive, 2 XL frames with brood, all stages, brood, larvae, whatever, and put them in this box once I'm assured that I can get a queen. Now, I know people say don't bring in genetics from here, genetics from there, different places, and I know I just got the bee weaver queen. However, I think what I'm gonna the queen I'm gonna try to get is one of those Pepto pink queens from Nature's Image Farm out in Ohio. So what I'll do is look and see what their availability is, and go from there when it comes time to put some frames in this box 2-3 days before I can get that queen. That way they don't know they're queenless, maybe not have enough time to start building a cell, but I'll be checking all of that anyway. So basically, I got to disassemble this box and try to reassemble it. I've got a couple of different, what do you call it, entrance reducers that I've got to modify. Probably got to cut another piece so that I can get these 2 hive gates in here. But yeah, so let me get started. I got my junk drawer here. I cut them nice. I got them where they can slide in and slide out if I have to. It'll be above the slatted rack, no problems. So the next step for this is I'm gonna go dunk this in my 5-gallon bucket of Eco Wood. Not sponsored, it's just, I like to use Eco Wood. Here, I don't know if you could see that. Well, I'm gonna probably scare them if I went back. But right now there's about 4 or 5 birds flying around my watering station. So not only is it good for the bees, it's good for you know, other wildlife in the area. So yeah, she's a couple of birds are drinking it. The rock has a little pool in it, and the birds, they don't quite take a bath in it, but with the constant flow of water, it's always fresh water. So they yeah, they're drinking from it. So that's a good thing. All right, I'm gonna go dunk this in Eco Wood and let it sit for a couple of minutes, and then I'll put this on the box here and reassemble everything and clean off this bottom board. And yeah, then we'll have us a 2 Hive Gate entrance nuc box that I'm gonna use in winter over the nuc. Now, the lid on this, we won at one of our club meetings. They do the door prize, and there was a 8-frame copper top lid that was insulated that we won. But we took it, I didn't know what to do with it. I said, oh, well, I'll put it on top of one of my nucs. So this will be known as the copper top nuc. Just, you know, for my reference. Anyway, so let me go do that, dunk this, clean this bottom board off, and let it, you know, reassemble. Okay, here's my 5-gallon bucket of Eco Wood. I had loaned it to Mr. C to use it, and he ended up making me a safety data card, because he's a real one of those safety people from his previous employment. But he made a safety data card so I know what's in this box or in this bucket. So basically, this is all I'm gonna do. I'll agitate it, and it was already treated with Eco Wood, but since I made the fresh cut in the wood, I'm gonna let it sit in here for about 2 or 3 minutes, and then I'll probably do both sides, why not? And then yeah, that's my Eco Wood treatment. Okay, now it's just a matter of reassembly and then blocking up the main lower entrance to the box. Okay, there you have it. A modified 5-frame nuc. It's my XL box, which is a medium and a deep, to hold XL frames. I've got the Hive Gates on top of the slatted rack. Regular entrance is blocked, but they can still land and walk up and walk in. It's harder for hive beetles because they don't hover, so they'd have to land and go through the gauntlet to get in. So, okay, wait, let me show you this. Okay, you know I use the Hive Gates. That's Kyle Atkinson in Auckland, New Zealand. I met with him when I was in New Zealand. Wonderful person, wonderful family. I want to thank him again. He had sent me 6 of these Hive Gates. not sent, but he brought it to me when we met in person. And I didn't ask him, and he just offered it. He also gave me a couple of extra to give away, which I done. Oh, I was supposed to say, I got permission to use her name. She said to say BJ from Philadelphia, and she knows who she is. So, and her friends and family will know who she is. But anyway, so she was the one who won the door prize at our local club. She's from Philadelphia, but she has family here, and she comes here and attends our meeting the second Monday of every month. And she was also at the Honeybee Festival. So I got permission to use her name. She said, you can use it. So I said, okay. So, well, her whole name I know, but anyway, Kyle sent me, he forgot to give them to me. He said he had them, but these are, if you need to close these up, he designed also, these are made from cord flute, which are like your political board signs. And he gives you the directions on how to cut your own. And you fold them in half. And with it, since it's cord flute, air can still pass through. And you just stick it right in. And you shove it in. And you do the same for both. Now, that way you can close this off if you need to transport this hive or whatever. You can also put some tape, like aluminum tape across the end here, if you wanted to just close off one of these for winter. So, and they actually stick further in. However, I modified these to make them shorter because I wanted them shorter. But he sent me these in the mail. He told me he had them, but just forgot to give them. We was having so much fun. So I wanted to thank him for that. This came all the way from New Zealand. Even I said I can make my own. I got the instructions, but he wanted me to have them. This guy's a wonderful guy. We plan to go back to New Zealand and spend more time than the one day we had there to see him and his wife, Mary-Aline, and his daughter, which she's a minor. I'm not going to use her name, but she knows who she is. So, hi. Anyway, and I got to get a beanie from you. So, anyway, I just wanted to interject and put that in there. So, we'll go back. So, yeah. So, we put 5 frames in here. And I'm going to treat it like a nuc and a resource hive. Maybe the next time I'll look inside the yellow hive in the brood chamber. I wanted to give it 2 weeks from the last time, see if they capped that medium box. But I'll look in the brood chamber, see if I can take 2 frames of brood. If I'm able to do that, then I'll start searching for a queen. I'll probably be in touch with Nature's Image Farms and see if I can get one of those Pepto Pink. Maybe I'll get 2 and requeen the yellow as well for so that she can overwinter and be fresh next year. And then I'll have 2 Pepto Pink queens and 1 bee weaver in the farmhouse, and we'll see how it goes from there. But I'm gonna call it a day because it's hot. I'm sweaty. My fan with the misters on it cools it down at least a good 10 degrees, because when I walk to the storage shed or I walk in the house for something, it gets hot. Oh wait, I'm not doing good job advertising. Anyway, yeah, so it's a good 10 degrees hotter around, so that does work. We'll use that as our outside fan when we got to do things outside, and we have the same fan but only for inside and whatever, or sitting on the porch, but we might put that one on the porch too and to cool the whole area. Anyway, so if you want to modify a fan, I got the Mister system from Amazon. It's not sponsored, but it was like 17 bucks. Uh-oh, I got a bee. Oh, I don't know what she's looking for. There's nothing here. Well, anyway, all right, that's it. I'm gonna call it a day. Thank y'all for watching. Stay tuned. I'll be making some more about the farmhouse as well as, like I said, looking into the yellow brood box to see what's going on in there, and if I can afford to take 2 frames. All I want to take is 2 frames of mostly capped brood. So since I'm bringing in a queen. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, thank y'all. I'll see y'all later, and yeah, have fun with your bees. Even the one that's coming around checking you out while you're not even doing bee stuff. Anyway, see y'all.